Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwahn and welcome to the channel. We have some more reaction content for you, and today we are checking out Dysterra. I'm hoping that's how it's pronounced. I think that like dystopia and Terra, Dysterra, it's just my guess. I don't know a whole lot about it, and admittedly, I normally check before I start the video, but we've started very late and so I forgot to do so. So I'm just gonna shut up and we'll just find out what the game is together because I don't know right now. So let's bounce over here and hit play. What resolution is this trailer? You telling me this is 1080p? You're lying to me. What is this, like The Forest, but sci-fi? I don't know what's happening anymore. Dysterra sounds like some Oregon Trail disease. Oh, yeah, you're right. Hold on. So this is going to be over in just a second, but the number counting down is the number of rounds in the gun, right? Is this your backup? Is this how many bullets you have on reserve? I think it is. I think that number is how many bullets they had to load into the gun. Oh man, guys, my magazine's almost empty. I only have under 100,000 bullets left. Don't you worry. Okay, so that was just the announcement trailer. This is a reveal trailer from an account that normally just reposts trailers, but it definitely looked like a different trailer when I pulled it up, so we'll see how different it actually is. This looks like something you get to buy in the buy two, get one free bin, but in the best way. All right, so we got collection and base building. Like I said, kind of like The Forest, sci-fi though. Instead, you could also just go with any other open world survival crafting game. But then we got like some hordes of enemies. Loot other bases. Other player bases? Are you going for like a Rust style mechanic in this? Play together to stop Terrifier. Interesting. Okay. Wow, that was loud. And you immediately started to lose me. Yeah, sci-fi Rust. I think that's what it is. And instead of Rust just resetting, the people that are on like the server could fight a boss together to try and keep the server from resetting. And I'm guessing after like every time you beat the boss, like we'll say it delays Terrifier by like a day. They might tell us. I'm just guessing right now. It beats it for like a day, and then the next day it's stronger and you can fight it again to save the server for another day or maybe another week or something like that. Love the name. I mean, Terrifier, it tells you exactly what it is.
Hey,
we're gonna burn the planet.
We're here to inform you guys second beta test and new updates of our game, Dysterra. Some of you might already leave your footprints on the world of Dysterra, and some of you might not. So why don't you be a first survivor of the world and say, I've been there. Our beta test will be from 15th to 22nd of November, and here's the way to join. Get to the Dysterra Steam page,
not
click
this
Dysterra
November,
Request
it's
Access,
long gone.
and you'll be able to play through the Dysterra playtest. New updates and new world. We have increased and relocated resources of the world to lighten the burden of early game. On top of that, you should also check out the vision improvement. Housing pods diversification. In our craft mode, we added new pillar pods, different types of stairways, and many other similar parts of housing.
Kind of makes me think of
safe
Satisfactory.
and treat invaders with various traps. Knock knock. New weapon drops, rocket launcher, Rokita and Thumper are ready to go. These two new
had a
weapons
lot
show
of
massive damage on breaking
bullet drop.
bases or knock enemies down with a single
Look,
shot.
it'd be a lot of fun. You just ended up with this game in your possession with nothing
Alright,
else to do.
let's sneak into the gameplay.
Back when we all were younger and didn't have infinite games to download on a whim off the internet. Oh, this is the game I got. I don't get to get another one for at least a month or two, so I guess I better play the hell out of it because I got nothing else. Huh. Terrifier erupts, and that's counting in hours, I think. Did that go from 30 up to 50 and then down? It was 60 something and then down to like 14. It was like 66 hours down, or maybe 66 minutes, one of those two. That is not this November. Just to re-clarify that. This trailer's a year old. Okay, so we're moving into the exclusive global beta test trailer. This is actually from May of this year. I don't know if this is an open beta right now. We can check on the Steam page.
Coordinates X1.
Oh, the ammo count? I don't know. I didn't see that one.
Take down the enemy. Capture resources.
Copy that. On my way.
I'm glad they showed the wall breaking because initially it looked like that dude was just shooting the fence because he didn't have an enemy.
Main facility secured. Survive till the last.
Dysterra.
Oh, that global beta test was also very short. You know, it's interesting because I feel like this game has a little bit of an identity crisis because I feel like it really wants to be almost like a Halo or like Call of Duty, like kind of arcadey shooter, but then they were also like, but what if we put survival and base building in it? So this is the Steam Next Fest. This would also have been another beta. It's probably over now because Steam Next Fest only normally lasts for like 2 weeks. So.
Of Terrasites and escape from Earth.
Don't you know who I am? Just shut up and watch me.
Okay.
Okay, tell me what I should do.
Explore and gather resources for your survival. Craft yourself armors and weapons. Explore Earth and gather resources you need to survive. And craft a house and gear to protect you.
You see this gun? I'm unstoppable now. Ah, damn.
Team up for your survival. Don't forget, your goal is to survive and escape. Eruption is coming. You are running out of time.
Survive and escape? Is there a way to get out? Well, that was a visual mess.
Did you bring the escape code you brought with Terrasite?
Oh, I forgot.
Entire game is a mess.
Dysterra.
I'm a bit confused. That's okay, because, you know, I kind of am too. I do have the Steam page. So Dysterra is a sci-fi-based FPS survival game where the players cooperate with and compete against each other on a destroyed Earth. It is tagged with PvE, survival, FPS, PvP, multiplayer, and indie. Its release date is going to be November 23rd, 2022. So if you wanted to find out, it's going to be out very, very soon. Has single-player online PvP and online co-op. I imagine it is releasing into early access. If it is actually a full launch, congratulations. And the idea here is a sci-fi based survival game with particularly enhanced futuristic FPS gameplay. Along with FPS battles, you can also experience other common survival game elements such as looting, crafting, building, and team play. In the perishing Earth, players must find a way to prevent extinction while still ensuring individual survival and choose whether to cooperate or compete with other players for their survival. Join the official server and compete with others big time. Dysterra has sci-fi FPS setting where you can literally get in battles with every single player you come in contact with. However, teaming up is always an option to compete with other players in a team. So don't worry if you prefer PvP games, because Dysterra offers both PvE and a single player mode. Real-time spot events and a variety of contents in the midst of intense survival. More like this: Rust, Valheim, Satisfactory. Yeah, okay. I don't know the price, and that's a pretty important factor in this. I want to play it for free. I don't think it's going to be free. Rust is $40 and has basically always been $40. I could see that being the number on this, but I also see this game having trouble gaining traction. But something like 3 or 4 different games smashed together and trying to make a new game out of the pieces. Yeah, I see what it doesn't look bad though, is the other part of that, right? I've definitely seen way worse looking things. I have seen things that looked rough, and it's like you're going for this. You're going for this. This is what you wanted to pitch. Oh, okay. I think it's trying to be too much. Maybe, probably. What part of it doesn't look bad visually? I understand that I was like, this is a mess at some of the parts where like there's like particle effects and explosions going off. But in terms of what I normally see from open world survival crafting games, this looks pretty good. Like we mentioned, yeah, graphical fidelity, right? The story's, I mean, it has a story at least. There's a little bit of it there. I've heard worse audio, but it looks pretty bad. Not for the type of game that it's trying to be real. Like, sure, compared to like Call of Duty and Halo, looks pretty bad. But it's trying to be this survival crafting game that also has a PvP shooter element in it with a form of a PvE that exists, I'm guessing, in the way of like AI populated bases and stuff. And for that style of game, especially when we're talking about things like Rust or things like, even compared to things like 7 Days to Die, where you have these like, or No Man's Sky is actually a pretty damn good looking one now, but it definitely had a lot of issues at launch in terms of the way that it looks. I've seen way worse looking games in this genre than this that are trying to do relatively similar things. This actually visually, graphically doesn't look too bad. I think that there will probably be a couple of moments where you're like, whoo, yeah, there's the indie. I feel it. The only better game that looks better in this genre is Fallout 76, and that's not nearly as indie, right? That's from major developers. So, yeah, man, weird. It wasn't what I was expecting when we got into it, but I'm also not opposed to it. It'll really heavily depend on the price for me. So, oh, Dysentery versus Dysterra. I see it now. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that's Dysterra, everybody. Yeah. Let me know what your thoughts are. Put them down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you played in any of the betas for this, let me know how it went. I'm sure that there's probably gameplay footage out there for the people that played in these and put up some YouTube videos and stuff. Probably did some streams back when you were able to play in this game. Of course, it's going to be out in a couple of days, so then there should be a decent amount of other media available for it. Let me know what your thoughts are. Put them down in the comments below. If you want to keep the conversation elsewhere, 2 great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. Speaking of Discord, we have a channel dedicated to these reactions where you can place links of your own that we can check out together live on stream, because we do stream 4 days a week: Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. If you do watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy.
Thank you.